I thought this was gonna be a harder challenge. They were not kidding.
I need to take better advice in my life. Oh, hello there, and welcome to the premiere episode of Hot Takes. In this competition, we serve up a huge helping of truth nuggets while trying not to choke on ridiculously spicy chicken. But who will be crowned champion of both sauce and sass? Let's find out. Of course, I can't go on this journey alone, so I'm going to introduce my guest here, Haley. How are you doing today?
I'm great.
That's good. How are you handling your spicy food?
I think I handle it pretty well.
Yeah, that's good. Have you tried any of these sauces before you?
Tried a few of them.
Which ones do you like?
My favorite is the heartbeat hot sauce, which is number 5.
That's number 5 right here. Okay, gotcha. What's the one sauce that you really are looking forward to the most?
Da bomb.
Da bomb, of course. Do you think it's going to be a wonderful treat?
No, it's going to be a terrible time.
It's going to be a terrible time, and yet here we are anyway.
Yes.
We're not also just going to be experiencing these chicken things together. We are going to be serving up some of our own half-informed thoughts. We're going to have a little lively debate amongst ourselves. You ready to get started?
Sure.
All right, nugget number 1. And this is the classic from Hot Ones.
What is this shit? A teaspoon each?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a teaspoon?
Yep.
It's really tasty.
It's pretty tasty.
Flavor.
Mm-hmm. All right, so topic 1 is going to be food and drink. Do you want to go first? Ladies first?
Sure.
There you go. What have you got for me?
My food hot take is seafood is disgusting.
Seafood's disgusting. Okay. Why is that?
Because they're these cold, scaly, slimy creatures that don't breathe. What are gills? Gills are weird.
I mean, they still breathe through their gills, right?
True. But they like live in the dark and they don't breathe, and it's, just leave it there. Why would you want to eat it? They're like insects, but in the water.
Gotcha. But the
And,
fish, how about the fish though?
Yeah, gross.
All of them.
All of them. And like octopus and squid, leave those Lovecraftian beasts of the deep where they belong. The thought of eating seafood just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay, there you go. That's a hot take. Mine's gonna be a little bit more controversial. Bacon is overrated. It's very unhealthy, extremely messy, and it smells up your kitchen. And it doesn't need to belong in the pantheon of such revered meats. What do you think?
So tasty, though.
It's so tasty. You know what else is tasty? Chicken's tasty.
True.
Ham is tasty. Pork is tasty. Some would say seafood is tasty.
I would agree with you, it's probably overrated.
Okay.
But it's still delicious.
Yeah, but it's like slowly killing you too, so.
Well, if you eat too much of it in moderation.
Originally it was like, they couldn't sell it. That's how bacon was like marketed way back, I think it was in the 50s when it came out, because it was so fatty and it was just a piece of the hog they couldn't use, so. There you go. But how times change.
That's a pretty good one.
Are we ready to move on to round 2?
Sure.
Next up, we've got Frank's Extra Hot, which is a little spicier than the regular Frank's.
Fun fact, I've never had Frank's Red Hot.
Wow.
Not even the normal.
In my last video, I decided to eat a bunch of hot sauces with Kraft Dinner because I didn't like the concept of people just like taking a little nibble of things. All right, bottoms up. Haley does not enjoy Kraft Dinner, so as a bad Canadian, she did agree to doing chicken nuggets though. So we're trying to get through this whole thing, eating each nugget in its entirety. You'll see some B-roll shown right here of us prepping the rings, or the nuggets, and we see a pretty sizable helping added to each nugget, and it's it's gonna be spicy. I think we can handle up to the first 5 for sure, and then the back half is when, you know, gets real. Let's go on to topic 2, which is relationships. All right, hot take. Sleeping alone is so much better than sharing a bed. Do you want to give up your half of your space and lose all control over your body temperature? Why is this still a thing? Also, sleeping naked is the way to go. Bonus.
You can't sleep naked with a partner?
You could sleep naked. It doesn't have to be exclusive, but you know.
I would probably agree with you. I enjoy a cuddle.
Okay.
But then once it's time to sleep,
Yeah.
then I want you away from me.
So so all marriages that you know people sleep in the same bed, is that they're just living a lie?
Well, some people might like it.
Okay.
I guess it depends.
There you
But
go.
I never understood, like, if a couple has separate bedrooms and people are like, oh, their relationship must be on the rocks. Like, no.
Yeah.
That could be the only thing keeping them together.
That could be too. So
So,
how many blankets are sold online that have the split in the middle so that you can have separate things?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think probably, like, fighting over blankets is the number one
I'd say
issue.
so. Definitely so.
Yeah. My hot take.
Yeah.
Romantic gestures are stupid.
Wow.
Flowers?
Yes.
I don't want to watch this plant die on my coffee table and then be thrown in the trash in like a week. And they're so expensive. It's
Yeah.
like, why waste your money on that?
Yeah. So flowers are no good.
No. Cards, I'm just going to read it in 2 seconds and go, oh, that's sweet, thank you. And then that's also going in the trash.
You're basically lighting money on fire.
I'd rather you just like tell me, you know, how you feel about me than get me a card.
Okay.
That's stupid. Chocolates, I do love chocolate, but I want like a big silky slab of chocolate, not the dainty little bonbons like sprinkled with fairy dust. Public proposals,
Okay, yeah, that's something you don't want the jumbotron.
embarrassing. I would
Not
die
at
of
like
embarrassment.
at Christmas with the whole family around, any of that kind of stuff. You can't say no in that situation, can you?
Well, you can, but it's gonna be embarrassing for both parties.
Exactly. So no romance ever.
Well, there's different kinds of romance.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'd rather, you know, you like do something for me.
Okay.
As opposed to buy me useless things and wasting your money.
I believe there's something called love languages out there, which I am definitely not informed about.
There are 5 of them.
Is there? Okay.
I can school you afterwards if you'd like.
Okay. I would definitely not like that. Let's move on.
All right.
All right, number 3, which is Pain is Good, batch 218. Weighing in at 38,888 Scovilles. Man, we are cranking it up here.
I do like the label, I must say.
Yes. This is actually the one I've had a few times, and I really like it. I think the flavor's great. I could definitely go for some water, but
I was just thinking that.
I'm
I was like,
definitely
I don't
gonna
want to be judged.
I'm gonna hold off as long as I can.
So my hot take is that manufactured pop music is good, and people shouldn't be embarrassed to like it. For instance, the Spice Girls are like, are legitimately one of my, and unironically one of my favorite bands. They're so good. And the movie's great, right, Dave?
Sure.
That is correct.
You unapologetically enjoy your trashy pop music.
Yeah, I don't really believe in guilty pleasures in general.
Okay.
Like if you like something,
If you like something, then you like something.
it's called pop music because it's popular.
That's true. Yeah,
People
it's
should-
very accessible.
People shouldn't feel shame.
I think the legions of Spice Girls fans will definitely be on your side for that.
Spice Girls.
Spice Girls. There we go.
We can't dance like that.
Yes, I know. I've seen your videos.
Billie Eilish sounds like every bored indie artist ever who relies on overproduction and outlandish music videos with fake blood to seem edgy. Her melodies are repetitive and simple, undersung with a wimpy voice. She is the Wes Anderson of modern music. Interesting visually, but ultimately empty and lacking any passion.
Wow. First of all, I love Wes Anderson movies.
I know, I got 2 of them in there.
I think she has a really pretty voice. I think it'd be great if she made a jazz album one day.
That she can sing more than 5 notes.
But I agree, her music isn't really for me.
So compared to a Dua Lipa, Ariana Grande, any sort of modern pop star, which she's still in the pop realm, right?
Sure.
Is there any comparison?
No.
No. Is she going to be around in 5 years?
I think she's probably gonna like reinvent herself. She's already kind of started. She's blonde now.
So it's visual.
And she did that Vogue cover where she's in lingerie,
Again, just visual.
I suppose.
Now, I'm not hating on her for that, but people are saying she's the Kurt Cobain of this generation. It's like, really? In terms of talent, in terms of anything, I don't get it. And I really like modern pop stuff, so I don't want to, I don't want to hear the comments saying, oh, you're too old, you're not going to get it. But you definitely are going to say that. We ready to move on to number 4?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Why did these ones seem like they were hotter than this one?
Yeah, I don't understand this one at all. I've had this one before, and
Is it like gonna kick in a second?
nope, it doesn't. It just sits there. Scoville-wise, this is 49,000, so another 10,000, 11,000 up from the last one. This one, compared to this one, like, is just like nothing.
I'm literally getting 0 spice from it.
I get 0 spice off it as well. It's tasty.
Like these ones, I mean, they weren't spicy, but they still had spice.
Yeah.
I'm literally getting nothing from that one.
There we go. Maybe
Hot take.
Maybe we got a defective bottle.
Maybe. So mine is about automatic flushing toilets. I hate them. They're
Yes.
so inefficient. They're either oversensitive or they like don't react to motion at all. At my work, it'll flush like 5 times. It's wasting so much water. And then sometimes, like West Edmonton Mall is really bad. Their bathrooms I've found, they like don't flush.
No.
And you're standing there like waving your hand, or, like bobbing and weaving, trying to like get the motion detector to work, and it won't do it. And
So you end up pushing the little button.
there's no button.
There's no button?
No.
Oh my God.
Unless I'm like blind and it's like super camouflage.
Women's washrooms never go in there because you never know what you might find.
And then like so like you can't flush and you're like, well, what do I do? Like I guess I'll just leave. And then there's like a line of people waiting to use the bathroom and you're like, well, this is embarrassing. I think they got rid of handles because of germs.
Yes.
But like you're gonna wash your hands as soon as you get out of the stall or at least I hope you are.
Hopefully. Please wash your hands.
So like put the handle back on the toilet and then just wash your hand. Like I don't care
Or
if-
put it on the foot. You can step on
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Exactly. Like there's some better solutions to
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Like I don't care if the sink is like automatic.
Yeah.
But the toilet,
Yeah.
get rid of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I've had a few things where you go down to the hotel, you sit down, it flushes. You like adjust yourself, it flushes, and it's just like every 2 minutes, it's just refreshing itself. And yeah, if I wanted a bidet, I'd install one.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Excellent hot take.
Thank you.
Are we ready to move on to number 5?
I think so.
All right, this is
Heartbeat hot
Heartbeat
sauce.
hot sauce.
I love this one.
There we go. This is from Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Blowing out birthday candles on a cake is disgusting. Like even before COVID, I know COVID's kind of gotten rid of it, but like I can think of no other circumstance where I would be okay with letting someone else blow on the food I'm about to eat. My cousin's kid had a birthday and he was like 3 and they let him blow out the candles and just these ribbons of snot flew out over the cake like bacterial confetti. And everyone else was just like, oh, that's so funny. We'll just like wipe it off and eat it. No, I'm not putting that in my mouth. Like, sorry if that's offensive, but that's disgusting. So just think of all the like invisible things you're blowing onto the cake.
Gift giving is a terrible way to show people that we care about them. You think you know what somebody wants more than they do? Get real. There's a very high chance that they're just going to donate it, they're going to re-gift it, they're going to return it for the money, or they're never going to use it and just feel guilty. You also have to perform when you're receiving gifts, feigning sincerity for that awful present you just received, knowing that you'll have to reciprocate in due course. You're not giving me a present, you're handing me an obligation.
One Christmas, my dad handed me this huge box and I was like, what could this possibly be? And I opened it and it was a big olive oil vase thing,
Yeah.
like home decor. He's like, I just saw that and thought of you. And I just thought that was so interesting. And I did like it.
Out of the past 10 gifts that you've gotten, how many have been home runs?
I don't know.
How about the last 10 things you bought yourself? How many of those things have been home runs?
Most of them.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's my point.
Why don't we
Personal.
just each keep our own money?
And don't give gifts at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you know, some families definitely do that, so I can understand why.
Here, I got you $20. Oh, I got you $20. Well, why didn't you just each keep your $20?
Exactly.
What's the point?
What's the point? At least you didn't waste it on a card. You know, it's nice that your dad cares about you, so
Yeah,
thanks, Lindsay.
indeed.
We're enjoying Lindsay's favorite white wine here today, too. We ready to move on to the back half?
Yes.
All right, so next up is El Yucateco XXX Hot Habanero. Shake it, baby.
Oh my god. Does the like thickness dictate how spicy? Whoa, fuck.
Last time, the heartbeat was 66,000 Scoville, and this is coming in at 11,000.
Bit of a jump.
No, 66 to 11 that's smaller.
Oh.
So I don't understand why this sauce is rated so much lower. This is apparently should be in the number 3 spot, but this always punches me so hard in the face, and I can never handle it. This is sort of at the top of my spice tolerance. So let's see how well I handle this one today.
People who think that the Earth is flat should be shot against their will, if necessary, up into space so that they can see with their own eyes that the Earth is a globe.
Well,
I don't care if it's NASA, Elon Musk, Richard Branson. Someone shoot these people into space.
Mm-hmm.
And if they try to give the argument like, oh, it's probably just like a screen, it's not really a window, like this is fake, make that do a spacewalk. I can't handle most conspiracy theories, but some, at least, I suppose it's possible.
Yeah.
But the flat Earth, it's not possible. These people are idiots. I'm sorry.
Comment section for all the flat earthers out there is coming for you now, so.
Sorry, but
Sorry, but not sorry.
exactly.
The problem with idiots is that, you know, they don't know they're idiots, so.
That's why you gotta show them. Shoot them up into space.
Are they going to learn after that, though? I mean,
Well.
if you have somebody who believes so deeply in their conspiracy theory that they're never going to accept fact and reason.
Or we could just shoot them up into space and leave them there.
See, I think that's the real solution. So. We're ready to move on to number 7?
Indeed.
All right. So this is the hot sauce. This is Dawson's original hot sauce, 82,000 Scovilles from Hamilton, Ontario. It doesn't smell too bad.
It just smells like tomato sauce. Oh my god.
I mean, it looks like blood.
Yeah. Oh dear god. This one doesn't look fun. My movie and TV hot take is that the book is not always better.
Wow. Examples.
The number one example is Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Tolkien, he loves a poem, he loves a song, he loves a bit of history, or a lot of history.
Of all the history.
Yeah. He actually like wrote Lord of the Rings more to showcase the languages he'd invented and like the world he'd built in his mind. So I wouldn't say it's particularly plot driven or character driven. It's just, this is the world I built kind of thing. They're still good books, but I would argue that the films trim a lot of the fat and the plot is more cohesive and they really flesh out the characters and make them feel more real, more human, even though most of the characters aren't human. I would also argue, hot take, the Game of Thrones show. At least the first few seasons. Don't come at me. I know the last seasons were terrible. The first few seasons, I would argue, are better than the books. Again, it like trims a lot of the fat. There's a lot more characters and plot lines in the books. It can be really confusing sometimes. So I would argue that the show is better in the first few seasons. And examples that aren't fantasy, The Notebook. I saw the film first, and then I was like, oh, I'll try reading the book. It's terrible, and so different from the film, like structurally especially.
Nicholas Spark fans, watch out. Great stories need a villain or something to overcome.
I've been trying to get this guy to watch Moana.
Yeah.
And he won't do it because there's no villain.
There's no villain. Where's the struggle? You need to have a struggle in order to have a good film.
The struggle
or a good book, a good story at all.
The struggle is her trying to find herself, and also her island is dying, so she has to find or return the heart of Te-Fiti to save her island. So.
Right. So who's the villain again?
Well,
Little Mermaid. Who's the Ursula?
Yeah.
You can think of that. Gaston. Every classic Disney film has a villain. They might be very one-dimensional, and I understand that.
I mean, you could argue Maui. He's sort of like a grayer character that made a mistake in his past, and then he makes up for it.
I mean, I've never seen this, so.
It's a redemptive story. It's really good.
There you go. How about Top Gun?
Never seen it.
Never seen it? Okay, well, you're not missing anything.
No.
Yeah.
That's definitely a hot take, though. That's a popular film. There's a remake, or not a remake, a sequel coming out.
Does it have The Rock in it?
No.
What?
To Top Gun?
Oh, sorry. I thought. I was like, why is Dwayne Johnson not in Moana 2?
Yeah, I was like, why would The Rock be in Top Gun?
Of course he could be in Top Gun.
Well,
it's a bad action film.
I suppose.
That's his wheelhouse right there. That's another hot take. Yikes. Okay. Everybody knows what time it is.
Guess what time it is?
What time is it, Haley?
The bomb. I'm so so excited to smell it. Oh no. I'm nervous, but I can't wait.
We ready to get started?
Yes.
Yes. It's been building to this moment.
I'm scared,
You're scared.
but excited.
Ready? Here we go.
Oh no, that's gross.
Oh man. That's awful.
Wow.
There's no flavor.
They were not kidding. That's vile. Wow. That's so bad. Oh God.
Ugh.
Bottoms up.
Ugh. It's so awful. Ugh. Oh.
Oh my God.
I know what the comments say. Don't drink the water. I don't fucking care.
Oh my God.
Damn it, that's terrible.
Wow.
Oh man. All right. Okay. Number 8. Baths over showers. You're essentially stewing in your own filth. Showering in the morning is also better than at night. No messy hair.
I don't trust people who shower at night.
Baths over showers? What is the point of having a bath?
Relaxation and self-care.
Oh, really? I kind of want to bathe in this milk. Oh my God.
My whole throat is on fire.
Oh, oh, all right. Well, we got her going.
Oh my God.
Oh, my leg is shaking. Oh, I can't handle it. Oh,
Oh, the flavor is bad at first.
it's terrible flavor, and it
then
does
the
not
spice
go
comes.
away. Oh my God.
My hygiene hot take is actually another toilet-related one.
Okay, something we'll be visiting really soon.
Oh my God. And that is, ladies, sit down to pee.
Isn't that isn't that what all ladies do?
No, they squat over public toilets because they don't want to sit on it because they think it's germy.
Right.
Ugh.
What's the big deal about just squatting?
I walk into the bathroom. There's piss on the seat, blood on the seat, shit on the seat. I don't even want to know what's on the seat because you're squatting over it and you're your aim is bad. Like the reason the toilet seats are gross is because you're squatting. Just sit down to pee. I know that's controversial and half of women are like, no, you have to squat, and half are like, sit. But this is the hill I will die on. Please just start sitting down to pee.
I'm slightly concerned. I've never been inside a women's bathroom. They must be just like war zones. Because, I mean, guys' bathrooms, if you can assume, it's not a very clean experience either.
People always think that men are messier, but women's bathrooms are pretty gross. I don't recommend them. Oh my God.
I'm getting on top of it, I think.
I feel better now.
I mean, I'm still shaking, and I'm almost done all my drinks.
That was a rough, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That fucking sucks. There's a reason why that Hot Ones doesn't get rid of that one, because it's fucking awful.
Okay,
Okay, what are we off to next?
number 9. Blair's Mega Death Sauce.
That's right. with
Liquid Rage.
Comes with a cute little skull.
My nose is still running.
I need to take better advice in my life.
All right. I'm scared. It can't be as bad. Please, for the love of God, don't be as bad.
You ready?
No.
Here we go.
Well, it tastes good. Definitely spicy, but I feel like it's more manageable than the bomb.
Yeah.
My hot take is that funerals are weird, and I don't really know why they're a thing. Not like your friends and family coming together to celebrate your life and share their grief, like that's fine. But like burials and cremation, like you're gonna put me in fancy clothes and do my makeup and my hair and put me in a box and then put me in the ground to rot. That's weird. And cremation, put me in a furnace and then either keep me in a jar on your shelf or like take me with your bare hand and scatter me to the winds. That's also weird. And I feel like cemeteries are kind of a waste of space. Number one, put me to good use, like harvest my organs, donate me to science or something. Or just like put a naked body in the ground to turn into fertilizer. Like that seems more eco-friendly and less. And like it's also so expensive for the family you leave behind.
Well, considering that I, in a past life, worked at a funeral home for a couple summers.
Gravedigger Dave.
I totally agree with that. It seems that a lot of the burial and traditions come from religious ceremonies where you had to be buried in order to appease your religious bent. I think nowadays it's becoming less and less of a thing. I know the Catholic Church and a few others are taking not as big of a stand on it because, you know, space is limited where, you know, you can't sort of keep on dumping people in the cemeteries that are already full. So I think cremation is definitely still the better way to go.
I forget what it's called, but this company, they like dissolve you or something in a tank of water over a certain amount of time. It's more eco-friendly.
That's creepy.
I don't know.
One thing you can do, you can get your ashes made into a
tree.
into a ring. I think it's mostly for pets.
That's weird.
But if you never want to say bye to Fluffy, you can get her put into a ring for you. It's so bad. It doesn't go away. I'm sorry. I gotta get some milk.
The funeral industry was sort of escalated in the American Civil War. I have an interesting book by Drew Gilpin Faust called This Republic of Suffering. It's very interesting if you want to learn about death and funerals and things.
There you go. Death is a great business to be in, though.
Yep, never go out of business.
Never go out
There's
of
always
business. People keep
die.
on dying.
Yep.
They're just dying to get in there.
Good one.
So my hot take on death is actually kind of similar to that one. I was going to say organ donation should be mandatory or defaulted as opt-in. Which actually, I went and researched this, and it's actually a bill that Alberta is working on. At least they were a few years ago. Because in order to be an organ donor, you have to go and call them up and say, hey, I want to be an organ donor, and then they change that on your license, on your card, your medical history. But why? I think it should just be mandatory.
Yeah.
You're not using them anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's some religions that don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Jewish people, or maybe like Jehovah's Witnesses, aren't fans of organ donation.
One more.
Are we gonna do a last stab or no? Looks like baby diarrhea.
Let's see if it tastes better. So Haley, the last one, this last hot sauce is called the last dab. We call it the last dab around here. What is it? No, we call it the last one because it's tradition around here to put a little extra on the last one.
No, you don't have to if you
you
don't want to. Sean Evans is gonna see you.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I don't want to, but Here we
Oh
are.
my god. Oh. All right.
Ready?
So,
Last one.
we ready for this last one?
No.
No.
I mean, it can't be worse than the bomb.
What could go wrong now? Instantly tastes better.
It's good. Flavor-wise, it's way better.
So, travel. It's better to be cold than hot. We live in Canada after all. Why travel someplace hot just to boil to death? Or spend it indoors with air conditioning? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I don't like the heat. Like, I find the summers here too hot half the time, so. I'd much rather go to like Europe than
Yes.
South America.
Although the worst sunburn I ever got was in Spain. So
Well, it is pretty hot. In
the
Iberia.
closer you get to the equator, the way worse it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is it as hot as this sauce?
Well, it definitely tastes a hell of a lot better than these two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still triple X. This is just a casual 2 million Scoville. Ugh.
There's peach pepper. My last hot take is that traveling actually kind of sucks.
Oh.
Like, visiting new places and experiencing new cultures, that's amazing. 10 out of 10. I mean the actual traveling part.
So getting to the airport 3 hours early, the standing in the queue,
Yeah.
the sweatiness, the busyness, yeah.
Like, whether it's a plane or even just by car or train, like, it just takes so long. Like, I'm normally a very patient person, but not when it comes to traveling.
Yeah, that's fair.
And, like, at least with a car, you can, like, get out and stretch your legs. You can't do that on a plane.
You know,
You're
for tall people like us, it is not a good time.
No, you're, like, stuck in this tiny metal tube with, like, all these other people, like, really close to you, kind of, like, packed in, like, sardines. I hate it. Like, it's not a fear thing. I'm not worried the plane's gonna crash. It's just the fact that, and I'm not claustrophobic. It's just the fact that, like, I can't just get out when I want. I'm literally stuck here for hours until we get to the destination. So that's annoying.
I totally agree with that. So traveling is definitely the worst. I get a little bit motion sick, so that's also fun to deal with. But
I also get really anxious. Like, when I get to the airport, I'm just so paranoid I'm gonna miss the flight. Even if I'm 3 or 4 hours early, I, like, sit in the gate and just, like, stare at it. And I'm just, like, paranoid it's gonna take off without me. And it's not till I get on the plane and then sit down that I feel some relief. But then it sets in that, like, oh, I'm stuck on this plane for however many hours.
There you go.
And the anxiety comes back again.
Add in some COVID. I think the best travel story I have, I was in Switzerland going up a gondola, and it was jam-packed, just sardines in the can. And whenever you go up, change in elevation really quickly, that can kind of mess with your mind a little bit. So I was starting to feel woozy, stars and all that. I pass out, but I actually don't fall against the floor because we're so packed in. All I do is just lean against my next door neighbor.
Oh, that's funny.
And then I sort of wake up kind of in a bit of a heap on the ground, and everybody's around me, but there's still almost no place to go.
Oh, no.
So, but this is a very regular occurrence there. So right at the very top of the gondola, there's a medical bay that I sat there for a couple minutes for, and then I was fine.
Well, that's good.
It's going to take more than a couple minutes to recover from this, though. Oh my god. Well, that is everything. We have conquered all the spices. Oh my god, I wasn't sure we were going to make it through there. Thank you so much, Haley, for coming on this wonderful journey with me.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad that we could shed some truths on some of these subjects and enlighten the internet. I'm sure nobody will be disagreeing with us at all. If you think we got anything wrong, just let us know, and we'll be sure to take that under advisement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we definitely won't be back to do this again.
Definitely not. And clap for ourselves.
Round of applause.
Oh, this was awful. Ugh.